So again, they come to you in the lovely, I just love these cardboard packets. Again, I think much more sort of eco-friendly. And again, you've got the packet, you've got a little window at the back so you can see what's in there. And it also on the back gives you some colour suggestions as well, just for the inks, which you can follow. You know, if you're starting out with these and you're not sure about colour, it's one of the biggest questions I get asked actually when I'm teaching is what colours to put together. So we've just put you on all of them. They've got a little sort of suggestion on the back of colours that you can use. But obviously, you know, artistic license, you can do, you know, if you wanted, I don't know, a black ice cream cone, why not? If you wanted a purple ice cream cone, go for it. So I'm going to put the dies to one side, keep those separate, and again you've got that lovely stamp set there, those acrylic stamps. All the fronts of them are coloured so that you can see them nice and easily. And then in this one we have got just a note to say, I missed your birthday, sorry, many thanks, and a thinking of you. So again, they've filled, oh, and a hello. They've filled up every little bit of space on that set with all the stamps. But again, we've got those lovely numbered sets for us to follow and do that 3D artwork. So I'm going to take the carrier sheet off again, and I always keep this carrier sheet just to make sure that it protects the polymer in the stamps there. Oh, take that one off there. So let's bring another piece of cardstock in then. We'll bring my stamping set back. So again, for those people that have just joined us, I'm going to use my stamping mat just to give, it's just got a little bit of, you know, you can just feel it give that little bit. So it's great for using with acrylic stamps. Then I'm going to use my 6x6 inch stamping platform. And again, you know, if you haven't got any of these, I'm sure Sarah might even have them on the show with her. But if not, just pop on our website and have a look. The tools are always sort of around on the website. And then I'm using, on this occasion, I'm using our Nina smooth stamping card here. So I think it comes under Nina Crest. But it's just a really nice smooth surface for stamping on, and it's it's not a thick card, so as far as die cutting is concerned, you know that you're not going to have any trouble in any of your machines. So I'm going to do the same process again. I'm going to have a look for, we'll do the vase first. So we've got 2 layers to the vase. So I'm going to take the first one, okay, and I'm going to do that same technique. So I'm going to choose where that little, if you remember I said, let me see there, let me see it over there on there. Can you see how we've got the vase shape, and then you've got this, you think, oh, it's not been cut properly, it's got a little point left on it, but it's there for a reason. Don't be tempted to chop it off because you do need that bit. And again, we've got that lovely crosshair in the middle as a place to start. So I'm just, this time I'm going to, because this is at the bottom, I'm going to work into that left corner, and I'm just going to line up that little point into that crosshair and then pop the vase down, and they cling to the, you don't need any adhesive. With it being a clear acrylic stamp, it clings straight to your platform. So let's see what colour guide they've given us. Oh, I like that. Let's have a lilac one then. So I'm going to go with the lightest shade of lilac, and I'll get the mid-tone out for the next layer. So Pale Fig is the lightest shade in our lilac tones then, and these are the Harmony quick dry ink pads. And again, be light, Jan, don't be heavy-handed. Just all I'm doing is letting it touch the stamp, and you almost feel that sort of suction as you lift it up again. With it being a foam piece in there with the ink in, just nice and gently. All right, so flip it over, and again, let's have a look. Where shall we go for? I'm going to stick with that same bottom corner, I think. So I'm lining up the corner of my grid with the bottom left corner of my piece of cardstock. All right, and again, pop it down. And you remember how I said it already had those highlights in? You can see there. And again, quick dry means that you don't need to wait for it to dry before you use the next layer and risk contaminating any of your colours. So again, I'll just give these a quick mop up there and tidy up later. Pop this straight back onto my carrier sheet so that I know what number it is, and then I've got a second layer which is going to give me a little bit more definition. And rather than this just being flat, and I've just had a really sort of random thought pop into my head then, because I thought if you turn it round, you've either got a hot air balloon or a light bulb going on there. And this is how my head works, it really does. You know, not only do I have voices in my head, I have these random thoughts appear at really weird times in that, you know, turn it round, you've got something different. So we'll carry on with the vase, Jan, because that's where we started out. And I'm going to put this one on. So remember I said that pointed in the corner in exactly the same spot. And can you see now why I went for the slightly bigger stamping platform? If I was working with the little one, obviously if we're working in just one quadrant on there, it's sort of using up a bit more space. So the 6x6 I think is an ideal size for this. So the next colour then, the mid-tone in our purple, is crushed velvet, and that's going to give it a bit of dimension. So again, nice and light there, because we just want to touch that raised area of the stamp. I don't want all the ink to go into the background there. And then again, same procedure. So I'm using that bottom left-hand corner to line it up, and then just pop it down over the top. And this is going to give me that edge round it, which is going to start and make it look more 3D now, rather than just something flat on a page. So that's the little vase, and then we will pop a flower on the top there as well. So again, pop them back off. And I love acrylic stamps just purely because you can just take them on and off, keep them on that carrier sheet, and we're sorted. So I think what we'll do is we'll pop a couple of pieces of the foliage in the background first. So let's have a look. We'll have one of those, and that's just going to give me some leaves. Again, I've just picked a green ink pad out, and I'm just going to pop these in the background before we add the flowers. So let's have a little look then. We'll do those coming out of our vase. So, oops, pull it down a bit. I'd gone off the edge of my mat there. Okay, so that one can go down there like so. And then we'll do, oh, I've not quite pressed hard enough at the top there. Okay. And then we'll do one coming out of this side as well. So that's going to be my vase with that foliage on. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of the spare card here and build up the flowers, and then we can die cut those out and add them to our collection then. So again, I'm just using a piece of kitchen paper, or if you've got, if you prefer to use a wet wipe, or if you want to damp your kitchen paper, just to clean your stamps off. If you remember, I said they were quick drying, but that's only on a non-porous surface, porous surface, all right? Non-porous, so on your stamps, it will stay wet, so you can clean it back off. Right, so what I'm going to do now then, let's have a look. We've got two sizes of flowers there, so let's do the little one. So we're going to take the background silhouette off, and again, I'm using exactly that same corner on my stamp platform, and we'll go with some, shall we have some pink flowers? So we'll take two of the pinks out there. Okay, nice and light again. And then I'm just going to turn around my piece of card here. Turn this over. Now then, let me have a think from the point of view of positioning. In fact, I'm just going to grab another piece so that I can carry on with that theme for you and use the bottom part of my piece of card there. So again, pop that down. You've just got the silhouette part for the background there. Okay, and then the next layer is going to give me the detail on the flower, which is what's going to build it up and make it look more 3D. So layer number 2, back on the platform, back in the same place. So it's very repetitive, and once you get the idea of how these work, they're so simple to use, but they give such beautiful results. So nice and light again with that ink pad, and then I'm going to line it up again, and this is going to give me the definition over the top now. So again, just lining up those edges, and then press down, hold it for a second or two, and can you see how all of a sudden it starts to transform it then, doesn't it? So we'll just do one big one and one small one, and then we'll die cut those out and have a look at them in our vase. So just bear with me while I do the larger flower, and we're going to do the same procedure again. So this is the slightly bigger one. So again, same part on my stamping platform, the light pink, which is pale pink tulip, the light one. And then I'm going to do this one. I'll just turn my card round so that I've got it in the right place, line it up on the edge again. So you can see how I'm just doing the same thing over and over, repeating it. So we've got that first layer, and then we'll do the second one and see if I can get you this one die cut out before it's time for us to go. So if you remember, I said that our Sarah will be bringing these to you on Tuesday afternoon then. I think it's 4 o'clock on Tuesday, if I remember rightly. And this is going to be the launch of the layering stamps and dies then. So back to my fuchsia, which is the mid pink in our range of Harmony inks. Nice and gentle. Whoops, she says, putting a thumb in it. Of all the colours to pick. There we go. Turn it over, line up them corners again, and then straight over the top gives me that detail. So I'm just going to have a look at the dies now. So let me just pull that one, carry on. You know, I've done so well so far. Let's put that one back onto there so that I don't lose them. And again, my carrier sheet back over the top to keep them safe so that you're not getting dust and things on them. And then if I bring in our dies now, I've actually got the die here for the, I wanted to say the light bulb then, you know, my head's playing tricks with me now. It's a vase, Jan. It's a vase in this instance, yeah? If it's this way up, it could be a light bulb. Or if it's this way up, it's a vase. Okay, so we're going to take that one for the... in fact, I don't think I want to cut the vase out because I've stamped it on there. I'm just going to cut the 2 flowers out for you today. But if you were wanting to layer it onto the front of a card, you could actually cut out both pieces. So again, I'm just going to sort of swizzle that round until it fits on the piece there. And again, the tape's definitely your friend with this because you want them to match the actual stamping that you've done. I would definitely recommend taping them down. And then the little one again, just twirl it round until it sort of fits the stamping that you've done. Stick it down, and then it's a simple run through. And like I said, I just happened to have our nice big purple Gemini because I wanted to have a play. But it will go through the Gemini Junior, and I'm fairly certain that most of these will fit through the Go, and possibly even the new little Mini as well. So very versatile in that respect. So just wanted to, I wanted to have a play with this one today. Okay, I know there'll be lots of you out there that want to add it to your collection. All right, so that's just going to pop through there, and then I'll bring this one back in that we did with the vase, and then again take the plates out. You can see, look, they're just falling out again. And then you could start, what I would do with this now if I was making this into a project at home is probably use some either 3D foam pads or some collal gel and actually layer these up a wee bit now, and you can start and build your design there. So that's how you saw me, you saw the card at the beginning there. If I bring this one back in, different colour scheme, but you can see how it's been built up just by adding a few more flowers. Okay, so let's have a little look. That was the design there that's on the card. And then if I can lift up just what I've been doing here, move some of this out of the way. I'm just going to have to hold my little flowers in place, but you can see there how it's all come together. Okay, really, really simple, and I think anybody could have a go at this. It's not necessarily, oh, you have to be a stamper to be able to use this stuff. Doesn't work like that. I think anybody could have a go at this. You've seen how I've done this today, and it's very repetitive. So once you've got the idea of the placement, you're just repeating that same thing with the different layers, with your different colour choices, and basically playing, and that's all it is. And I love it. I love stamping. I just think, you know, you start out with a piece of plain white cardstock and you can transform it into whatever you want it to be with those stamps. So I hope I've given you sort of a little taster of what they're like.
Happy birthday, everybody! And who doesn't love a great party? Happy birthday!